I would like to hand over the meeting control to a very passionate leader who motivates every individual and is the first generation IT entrepreneur with more than 2 decades of experience in the IT field, has been in Toastmasters for the last 10 years and risen up to the ranks at various levels, the latest being the immediate past district director. Please put your hands together to welcome our presiding officer, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon. Satish Menon, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jemmy. A very good morning to everyone who's present here today for meeting number 355 of Thoughtware Toastmasters Club. We are in Toastmasters to improve ourselves. We are here to ensure that we develop the skills which we are looking to develop through the medium of Toastmasters, which is essentially public speaking, communication, networking, uh, being a competent speaker, being a next public speaker, looking to a career in coaching and mentoring. So there are a lot of areas where we want to kind of develop ourselves. And when we join Toastmasters, it's all for a specific purpose. And the only way we can achieve that goal and that purpose is if we are consistent to our meetings. There is no point in joining Toastmasters or, for that matter, anything, any skill that you want to pick up or any diploma that you want to earn or any degree that you want to earn, signing up and not turning up for the classes or signing up or not turning up for the meetings is not going to help you in any manner. When you are wanting to do something, it's always essential that you be there, you be consistent. People say that at least turn up for the meetings. And I have told some people is that even by virtue of just turning up for the meetings and attending the meeting, you will learn something. Okay. It's not that you always need to speak or you always need to take up a role play. Just by attending something, you will learn a lot. And that's what we encourage everybody in Toastmasters to do. So please attend regularly, proceed on your educational journey in a consistent manner. Look at pathways as such a huge curriculum, and you sign up for one pathway, you have to give at least 20 speeches. Now, if you want to give 20 speeches and you have to write those speeches, if you have to rehearse, if you have to get it mentored, when you do all of that, there's a lot that you learn in that process. It's not just about standing there and speaking something. Okay? There's a lot of effort that goes behind writing a speech and delivering a speech. But when we do that, we always find that there is a lot of learnings that come to us, when we put in that effort. When we take role plays also, there's a lot of learning. You can't just walk into a meeting and say, I'll play general evaluator role. Right? You have to understand what goes behind a general evaluator role. And when you do a general evaluation, there's a lot that you learn because you're not speaking, you're only listening. Okay? So when you're listening, there's a lot that you can imbibe. And when you look at people, the way they speak, uh, what they speak, how they speak, there could be sometime a reflection in to ourselves to say, oh, this is the way I do things, or this is the way I also speak, or I also write. What is it that I can learn from them? What is it that I can improve in myself? The Toastmasters has a lot for everyone, which is why the underlining factor is be consistent to our meetings every week. In today's meeting, we have guests and we also have new members. Let's welcome our new member who's joined our club, Toastmaster Nandita Joseph, who's here. Okay. Nandita, can you just introduce yourself to our audience? I think some of
Um,
us know you, some of us don't know you. So let's get a common introduction to everyone.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yes.
can. We can hear.
Yes. I'm sorry, the internet is a little glitchy, so my video is unable to pop up. Good morning. I'm Nadita, and I was a guest for a whole month, and then I decided to join this club because I really wanted to improve on my public speaking skills and also my networking skills. And I am really excited and looking forward to this journey. I am basically a Spanish teacher, and I have to stand in front of kids every day and talk. And talking in front of kids is also not easy, and it's also something I would like to improve on. So that is basically one of my goals, to improve my speaking skills. And that's about it from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Nandita. Welcome to welcome to Thoughtware Toastmasters Club. Uh, so all
Thank
of you
you.
know that Nandita is a Spanish teacher. So anyone wanting to learn Spanish can contact her. This is one of the things that Toastmasters brings to us. You get people from such diverse backgrounds uh, together. Okay? So we have a Spanish teacher in our midst. Anyone wanting to learn Spanish can reach out to her. And should all know that Spanish is also one of the most widely spoken languages in the world, though not in this part of the world, but definitely when you go to Europe or when you go to some places in South America, it is definitely a widely spoken language. We have Toastmaster Ranga. Toastmaster Ranga has been a regular visitor to our club meetings, but even then, let's hear it from him. What brings him back to our meetings?
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. And I always would like to attend Toastmasters so that it keeps me on my toes. And I did, as details Sateshwani said, we listen to a diverse perspective and many different opinions. And in the process, we also learn. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ranga. We've got Toastmaster Ashyat also here. Ashyat also has been a member of our regular attendee to our club meetings, and she's also helped us many times when we are in need of role players and speakers. I'm sure Toastmaster Ashyat will get introduced as part of uh, the process because she's one of the speech evaluators today. So let's get on with the proceedings of the meeting. So before we jump into the proceedings of today's meeting, let me call upon our secretary, Toastmaster Uma, to read out the meeting minutes of meeting number 354, which was held last Saturday. Over to you, Toastmaster Uma.
Thank you, Toastmasters Satish. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The minutes of Thoughtware Toastmasters Club meeting number 354 held on October 14, 2023. That is Toastmaster Girish presiding the meeting. Members present by Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari, Toastmaster Girish, Toastmaster Jimmy, Toastmaster Akshaya, Toastmaster Sounda, Toastmaster Karpag Lakshmi, Toastmaster Rajeshwari, guest Monisha Rao, guest Toastmaster Sujata, guest Mohammed Mahi. Members absent by Toastmaster Chidambaram, Toastmaster Kaveri, Toastmaster Satish Menon, Toastmaster Ranjit Peter, Toastmaster Hari, Toastmaster Raja Balaji, Toastmaster Talat, and Toastmaster Nandita. The meeting started by the SAA Toastmaster Jimmy at 9:30 a.m. Meeting opened by the presiding officer Toastmaster Girish by welcoming the reinstated members Toastmaster Karpag Lakshmi. Secretary presented the MOM of previous meeting milestone mark celebration. Guest introduction were received from guest Toastmaster Monisha Ram and guest Toastmaster Sujata. The role players were Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Girish, with the theme Essence of Time. Table Topics Master, Toastmaster Rajeshwari. General Evaluator, Toastmaster Girish. Evaluators, Toastmaster Sujata. Grammarian, Toastmaster Jimmy, with the word of the day, velocity, and idiom of the day, better late than never. Now counter, Toastmaster Akshaya, and timer, Toastmaster Soundarajan. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Girish, started the session talking about doing things at the last minute and getting members' experience about the same. Prepared speeches were presented by Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari on the title Are You? And table topics were presented. Toastmasters found that express the thoughts on topic. If you have time machine, how will you change your life? Toastmaster Karpag Lakshmi expressed the thoughts on topic. Time flies like anything. Yes, Mohammed expressed thoughts on topic. Will you consider time as more important than money? Yes, Jata express thoughts on topic. Nothing is a waste of time if you use it wisely. Toastmaster Jimmy expressed thoughts on topic. Time is an illusion. Toastmaster Akshaya expressed thoughts on topic. What is the most good time you've had? Evaluation represented by Toastmaster Siddhartha evaluated the speech for Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari. Recommendations are maintain constant eye contact and give a speech in standing position. Use your screen space even better. And reports were collected from the target team and the general evaluated recommendations were meeting started on time, all role players did the job well, fact team report was detailed. Recommendation is in case if any role player is dropping off, it is recommended to intimate in advance. Meeting feedback received from guest Toastmaster Miley, guest Toastmaster Sujata, and Toastmaster Tapagashmi. Club awards were presented. Best evaluator Toastmaster Sujata, Best table topic speaker Toastmaster Jimmy, Best speaker Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari, Best role player Toastmaster Girish, the Toastmaster of the day, and Best auxiliary role player Toastmaster Akshaya, the architect. The meeting adjourned at 10:50 a.m. That is all for the minutes of meeting. Over to Toastmasters. Please, distinguished Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uma, for reading out the meeting minutes of meeting number 354. This is one of the things which is very important in a Toastmasters meeting. Now you can see when she read out the meeting minutes, those of us who were absent last week could clearly get an idea of what transpired in the meeting last Saturday. This is also very important because, as you all know, Toastmasters Club is an association of members, and any association which is there is required to keep the minutes of the meeting. Because we are meeting as a group, we are meeting as a club, and when you meet as a club, it is very essential that you have the meeting minutes recorded as per the procedure. What is also more important is that all of us would have seen the district awards document which is there, and most of the district awards, if not all, require submission of the meeting minutes as a supporting document if a member or a club is aspiring for an award. If I'm aspiring for an award, say for example, a Rockstar Award. Rockstar Award is basically if somebody has done all the roles in a club meeting and completed 2 levels in pathways. Now, how do I justify that I've done all the roles in a club meeting? The only justification I can give is by giving the meeting minutes as a supporting document to say on this day I did this role in the club. So that's why meeting of minutes is so very, very important. So let's get on with the proceedings of today's meeting. Every Toastmasters meeting has multiple segments, and there is one person who anchors this entire meeting, and this anchor person is called as the Toastmaster of the day. And today's Toastmaster of the day is none other than myself. So let's talk about the theme of the meeting today. So why we took this theme called Charishma. Okay. Now, Charishma, when you look for a lot of people, has got different meanings. For most of us, when we say, oh, film actors have a lot of Charishma. Right? Some people would say sports persons have a lot of Charishma. Some people would say public figures have a lot of Charishma. Okay. What exactly is Charishma? Can I get a couple of responses from people? What, according to you, is a definition of Charishma?
People who are likable and who can influence others through their actions.
People who are likable and who can influence others through their actions, yes. Any other response?
A sense of charm that they might have.
Charm that they might have, yes.
Attractiveness.
Attractiveness, yes.
The one person in every group where we will try to follow him, whatever he or she does.
Yes. So somebody who's a role model is also a charismatic person. Somebody who's, somebody said attractive. Yes.
Anyone who's endearing and whom you would like to emulate.
Yeah, somebody whom we would like to emulate, which is also correct. Like who we kind of look upon as someone who's worthy of emulation, or we look up to say whatever that person does, we will also do. So you've got multiple responses to what Charishma is. And if you look at famous personalities, now it could be from all fields of, you could look at sportsmen, you can look at film stars, you can look at writers, you can look at public figures, you can look at politicians, you can look at people from the armed forces, or you can look at common people. okay, who do a lot of self-service or do public service or voluntary service. Why do you think some of them radiate that charisma and some of them don't? Now, not all sportsmen radiate charisma. Okay, that also you have to kind of understand. Not all movie actors will have charisma. Not all public figures or politicians will radiate charisma. Okay. Some get it because of the power that they wield. Tomorrow, if you take away that power, people will not even care for them. Okay. But some people, even without having power, okay, they will still have that charisma in them. Okay. Some people, even without being in situations of positions of authority, will still carry that charisma. Okay. Some people, even having failed multiple times, will still carry that charisma. So, what is it that kind of builds this kind of? Some people say it's a myth, okay, but some people say it's something that people can develop. Everybody can develop. Okay. What is it that makes people kind of attractive or becoming a role model? We've heard multiple responses uh, right now, but I think one of the best responses which I could think, and that's something which has uh, people have kind of studied and come upon the conclusion is that it is somebody seen as somebody. The first response to building a charisma is to be a more approachable person. If you are a more approachable person, or people think that they can approach you easily and talk to you, that is the first step towards building a charisma. I was told that some of the great public leaders, the reason they built that kind of charisma is they were seen as approachable. So no, they would not let people, they would not tell people to go away. Anybody could go and approach them. The second thing that they had is they will build that personal connect to you. I'm told that there are certain politicians, and I've read also, that one of the things that politicians know very well to cultivate is that they will know most of the names of the people who work in the party. So when you are in a public meeting where there are thousands of people there and you kind of acknowledge one or two people in that gathering, imagine what it will do to the people whose names are being acknowledged. And then they will say, yes, the leader kind of acknowledged me. So it is their way of connecting to people, being more approachable and connecting more to people. Even great leaders, I mean, great CEOs and all, if you look, they will know most of their people. They have got no need to know, but they will know. Okay. So imagine if a CEO calls you out in a public meeting by name and acknowledges your presence. Immediately you will say that person has got great charisma because he acknowledged you, right? And tomorrow, if they are walking down the floor and they reach you and they ask you something about your family, because they know, okay, immediately you will be saying like, oh, that person asked me something. That is about building a connect. Okay. So the first thing about charisma is being more approachable and building more connect with people, so that people kind of get endeared to you. Okay, they said, oh, look, here's somebody who knows about me, cares about me. There are more steps to it, but we'll speak about that as we go along. So let's get into the next segment of the meeting. So today in a Toastmasters meeting, as I mentioned, we have got multiple segments: prepared speeches, evaluations, table topics, and there is one person who's responsible for ensuring that we do all these segments, or we conduct all these segments in a proper manner. We adhere to the processes that are laid down by Toastmasters, and we also ensure that we give proper feedback and take proper feedback at the end of the meeting on how we performed overall. This role in a Toastmasters meeting is called as the general evaluator role. And today's general evaluator is a person who is a very enthusiastic member of Thoughtware Toastmasters. She's a novelist, she's a coach, she is a linguistic, she does handwriting analysis, and much more. She's also a division level contestant in the upcoming humorous and evaluation contest. So please welcome our general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sarvesh sir. So good morning, everybody. As a general evaluator, the name itself gives the explanation. It is my duty to gently evaluate the meeting. But a general evaluation alone doesn't work. So we are going to have a quantitative and qualitative analysis of everything. So for the quantitative analysis, we have a team called the TAG team. And then let me introduce my team over here, the TAG team over here. So for that, let me call the timer, the timer, Toastmaster Kaveri, to explain her roles and responsibilities in this team. Over to you, Toastmaster Kaveri.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari. Am I audible? Okay. As a timer, I will be recall and report to all speakers how much time they are spending on the speeches. We all know that why timing is more important in our day-to-day life. In Toastmaster, why timer role is important? We can run the meeting on time, so we can finish the meeting on time. Timer is very important, not only in Toastmaster, in everyday's life. So let me share my screen. Okay. Is my screen visible? Okay, today we have 3 segments. First segment, prepared speech segment. Today we have 3 speakers and 3 speeches and 3 evaluations. So when the speaker are reaching the minimum amount of time, I will be show the green card. Average amount of time, I will be show the yellow card, and maximum amount of time, I will be show the red card. Generally, general speeches will be 5 to 7 minutes. End of the 5 minutes green card, end of the 6 minutes yellow card, and end of the 7 minutes I will be show the red card. Grace time, both upper and lower card. So green card and also red card. For second segment, table topic segment, for the table topic speeches, so at the end of the 1 minute, I will be show the green card. At the end of the 1 minute 30 seconds, I will be show the yellow card. At the end of the 2 minutes, I will be show the red card. Only 30-second grace time at the upper hand, that you can take grace time maximum 2 minutes 30 seconds you can speak. And also third segment, speeches evaluation segment. So evaluation segment for speeches evaluation, at the end of the 2 minutes, I will be show the green card. At the end of the 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will be show the yellow card. At the end of the 3 minutes, I will be show the red card. And 30-second grace time at the upper hand. So not only speeches and speeches evaluation, I will be show the cards as per the agenda. So I hope everyone knows the agenda. Thank you so much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaveri. That was a detailed explanation. Thank you. Let me call upon the R counter for today, Toastmaster Lakshmi, to explain her roles as an R counter in today's meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi.
A very good morning to all the Toastmasters and guests. Today I am going to perform R counter role. The purpose of the R counter is to know the filler words and sounds where we are using while speaking. During the meeting, I will also listen the overused words, including well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen filler sounds, including and So I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase. So at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you all. Over to you, Gentle Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi. So next, the role of grammarian, which will be played by me again. So as a grammarian, I will be noting down the good usages and not so good usages of English language. Along with, I'll be introducing a word of the day and idiom of the day. So I'll be checking how many of us are using the same word of the day and idiom of the day, and also noting down some other interesting words and idioms that we'll be speaking. For the word of the day today, we are going to have this aura. Aura means a distinct atmosphere or a quality that seems to surround in by a person or a thing or a place. So generally we can say like this ceremony depicts an aura of mystery. She has an aura of happiness that way. So the word of the day today we are going to use is aura. The idiom of the day we are going to use today is as pretty as a picture. Means very pretty. So, for example, we can say like, as pretty of the picture, the garden was a sight to behold. So, So the word of the day today is aura. The idiom of the day is as pretty as picture. I'll be posting the same in the chat box as well for your convenience to use in today's lecture. And I'll be submitting the report in the evaluation section again. So that is all about the tag team who's going to do the quantitative analysis. And the list of people who is going to do the qualitative analysis will be the preferred stage evaluators, whom I will be calling upon at the evaluation section. With that, let me hand over the session back to the Toastmaster of the day, Mr. Vishwasmanta Satish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uma, for explaining the role of the general evaluator, and also thanks to the tag team for explaining their roles. Now, this is very clear to all of us on what the general evaluator and the tag team do in a Toastmasters meeting. Let's get on with the prepared segment for today. And when you talk about prepared speeches, it's also very important, which ties in with our theme of the day, which is Charishma. Why I say it ties up with the theme of the day is one of the other things which people who come across as charismatic have is that they always prepare for whatever they want to do. So when you see a sportsman who goes and plays and constantly win accolades, they don't go in and play just like that. They go in and play after hours and hours of practice. If a movie actor performs in a movie and the movie becomes a hit, it's not that they just walked in there, acted, and the movie became a hit. It's because they have practiced their art for a very long time, and that's how they have got to where they are today. The same holds good for prepared speeches also. The very notion that it's called a prepared speech is that you have prepared for it. If it was not a prepared speech, it would be table topics. And when you prepare for a speech, there's a lot that goes behind it. There's a lot that you need to do to think of an idea, put that idea into paper, to rewrite it a couple of times, review it, get it reviewed by your mentor if possible, practice it again and again, and then come and present. And after presentation also, when you get an evaluation, go back and try to implement that evaluation in your next speech. That is how you improve. And when we improve as communicators, that is when we see that people kind of start noticing us for our communication skills. And that's how you become more and more famous, is not the word to use, but you get to see that you are being looked upon as somebody who can speak and communicate very well. But that comes only through practice. That is not nobody is born with that skill. People always say, oh, somebody's born with that. Nobody is born with a skill. Skills are all something that you learn. Okay? And you learn because you have spent time in it. So this is what we do in Toastmasters as part of our prepared speech segment. And today we've got 3 prepared speakers, all speaking on different pathways and different subjects. So our first prepared speaker today is also a new member to our club, Toastmaster Sounder. He works for an automotive MNC in Chennai. So Toastmaster Sounder is going to speak from his pathway presentation mastery, level 1 speech 2, delivering a speech with a purpose. Before Toastmaster Sounder starts to speak, let me call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Rajeshwari, to read out the speech objectives. Over to you, Toastmaster Rajeshwari.
Thank you, Toastmaster TMOD. Toastmaster Soundararajan is going to give his speech on presentation mastery pathway, and he is going to give speech under project 2 on speech with purpose. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Over to you, Toastmaster Sadish Menon.
What is the time limit for the speech?
5 to 7.
Okay. Timer, please note, time is 5 to 7 minutes. And I would request the speakers to pin the timer so that they are aware of the timer cards being changed. Can you pin the timer, Toastmaster Sounder?
Timer card, I
Timer is
will share
Toastmaster
the
card.
screen.
Okay, you are sharing the screen. Fair enough. So no need to spin. So our speaker number one today is Toastmaster Sounder. Toastmaster Sounder, true path to success. True path to success, Toastmaster Sounder.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. கற்க கசடர் கற்பவை கற்ற பின் நிற்க அதற்கு தக. Whatever knowledge we acquire, it should be clear and perfect. The knowledge should be applied and we have to live accordingly. The wisdom in this line transfers time and remains relevant today. So good morning, Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Today, I would like to share a simple story that carries a powerful message about education and success. Nowadays, the younger generation holds a n number of qualification and certification, from graduate and postgraduate certificates to master degree. In contrast, the older generation may not have as many qualifications, but they have a wealth of knowledge acquired through various sources like newspapers, magazines, and radio. However, today younger generations tends to really heavily on the internet for knowledge. Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Tech Giant, often provides answers and solutions that many follow without questions. While this easy access to information is a blessing, if it comes at expenses of strong educational foundation, I want to share my personal experience that connects to me this story. Back to my college days, I had a classmate named GK. In every college, one person is available named we call GK. GK means not general knowledge. Here, GK means my friend G Karthik. He rarely attended the classes, but when he did, it was very a brief period. On other hand, I came from throughout the states and staying in my sister home as well as hostel and traveled daily to college on bus and maintain perfect attendance. In our engineering college, we had 2 semesters every year. When the semester date were announced, I would intensively my study routine, while GK followed as a different approach. He used the semester breaks to catch up on his studies. He had a unique strategy, which he claimed was the reason he always achieved top grades. He said that questions asked in October were different from those in April, and he capitalized on his pattern to excel in exams. Despite my dedication and hard work, I could not achieve the same result as G Karthik. I was confused and I could not understand his secret. Finally, I asked him, GK, how are you so successful when you hardly attend the classes? He responded, Machi, it's not attending the classes regularly, rather being attentive in classes, not merely hearing to the teachers, rather listening to them, not just speaking, but communicating with others. More importantly, not just reading the books by understanding the underlining the concepts. At first, I did not fully grasp his message, but he assured me that I would eventually understand. Finally, during the final year, companies came for placement opportunity. GK got selected in MNC. His strong communications and knowledge over the subject impressed the interviewers. Years later, I realized that true knowledge goes beyond marks and grades. Pursuing knowledge, discipline, and essential life skills such as communication are the most very important aspect to succeed. In my schools and college days, my focus was primarily on textbooks and gaining marks in exams. I neglected participating in extracurricular activities. As my friend GK said, I was attending the class, but not attentive, hearing to the teachers, but did not listen to them from my heart. Just speaking, others never communicated, and most importantly, I was just reading, never understand the underlying concept. My dear friends, it's not the number of degrees that you own. The number does not add any value. It is the knowledge that you really gain, really adds value. So keep on learning, learn thoroughly, let your conduct be worthy of your learning. Understand that knowledge is power. I look to my friend GK as an example. He taught me the most important lesson in my life. Today I joined Toastmasters and standing before you, not just to speak, to learn and embrace the art of communication and improve my public skills. I am sure I am on the right platform to practice the art of communication. Thank you. Over to
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sounder, for that very informative and thought-provoking speech. You are very correct. In fact, I can personally vouch that for all the jobs that I have done after I passed out from college, nobody ever looked at my mark sheet. Okay? And the only reason I have got this far is not because of the marks. Anyway, my marks were nothing to write home about. But it is only because I could communicate well, I could understand what the other person wants, and I had maybe that knack in me to say, fine, whatever is it, we'll see to it how we can overcome the difficulty. So, but that doesn't mean to say that we should not study, but we should not over obsess over something, including marks. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's call upon our next speaker. Our next speaker for today is also a very enthusiastic Toastmaster. He's a VP membership of our club, and he's also the president of another club. Okay. And he works as a technical engineer in a software company. I sometimes wonder how he gets time to do all of this work, doing his work, and then being an ExCom member in two Toastmaster clubs. At the same time, being everywhere. You go to any contest, you see him there as in some role or the other. Okay. So we have Toastmaster Raja Balaji here today as our second speaker. Toastmaster Raja Balaji is delivering his elective E1 from the Pathways Visionary Communication. Know your sense of humor. Before Toastmaster Raja Balaji delivers his speech, let me call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Jemmy, to read out the speech objectives.
Thank you so much. And today we have Toastmaster Raja Balaji, who is going to give his speech on visionary communication, level 3 elective project, know your sense of humor. The purpose of this project is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and to present a speech that includes humor. Timer, please note that the timing will be for 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Raja Balaji, all the best to you, and back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jenny. Toastmaster Raja Balaji. Unforgettable memories. Unforgettable memories. Toastmaster Raja Balaji.
Who is the father of Balaji? Yes, madam. I'm the father of Balaji. Tell me what happened. Congratulations, sir. Your son was top 10 in this class. Oh, my son. Yes. What else can you expect from him? He's a son of mine. Yes, sir. He kept 13 arrears in last 4 semesters. Toastmaster, my dear friends, Toastmaster friends, good morning. If I look back my college, the college life was full of fun, laughter, dreams. So I can go on and on and on. I can say there is a lot of unforgettable memories in my college days. When I was in the first year of my college, we had a weird subject called engineering graphics. This subject has lots and lots of rules and restrictions like our wife. Let us do an example. We will see this glass jar as it is, right? But our engineering professor will force us to see this jar in top view, bottom view, side view, and he won't leave us there. He will give H1, H2, H3 pencils, and he will make us to draw this diagram in A3 sheets. We were got tired of those diagrams. At 2 months before the semester exam, he came to our class and said, "Students, I know it was end of the semester. I hope you all completed your assignments. So please submit the assignments." He said like that. He got a chorus response. "Yes, sir, we all completed." From girl's side, with a huge smile, he turned his head towards boy's side. We maintained 1 minute of silence. He said, "Get out of my class. If you not completed the assignment, you are not allowed to in." Friends, here's one lesson. If one door closes, then another door opens. We were thrown out of the class. We were wondering what to do for a whole day. In each and every group, there will be one idea money. In the same way, we had one idea money. We suggested an idea. Why can't we make a short trip to Pollachi? Ideation without execution is delusion. We implemented that idea. We had a gala time throughout the day. How many of you remember the Jallikattu protest? I can't forget this Jallikattu protest. Abdul Kalam once said, "A birth can be an event, but death must be an history." So we decided to create a history for ourselves. So we decided to participate in that historic event, Jallikattu protest. Then we saw our Andhra friend. We asked him why. "Hey, bye, we are here to create a history. Why are you standing here?" And he said, "Hey, I'm here to eat chapati and biryani, which is far more better than our college food." We couldn't argue with him. After a few hours later, we saw a huge police force standing in front of us with a large lathi. While seeing that lathi, our idea of creating an history postponed to next day. Our people in our group, they started throwing stones at them. They started chasing us. We started running like a Usain Bolt. We went to the next colony. There one lady stopped us and he asked, "Why are you running like a hell?" We explained the whole situation. She said, "Don't worry, you are clever. They won't come here." We asked her, "Why?" She replied, "You are afraid of police, but police afraid of their wife." At third year of my engineering college, we had a subject called digital signal processing. This subject is also called as degree stopping paper. In this paper, most of our friends, even a topper friend, will get failed or will get a low mark in the subject. I was so inspired by Martin Luther King's speech. "I have a dream." Yes, I had a dream. I want to get a job in a good company. I want to build a big house. I want to marry a beautiful girl. And I can go on and on and on. This degree stopping paper cannot be my barrier to my dreams. So I took a calculated risk to steal a question paper from our HOD room. For that, I formed HPL committee, High Performance Leadership Committee. We were 5 and we had no fear. We had a great plan, we executed that plan, and we stole that question paper. At the night, do you think we will prepare for that exam? Yes. In each and every exam, we want to prepare, right? So we started preparing for our exam. The preparation went till 1 a.m. While seeing the preparation, our hostel warden was amazed. He said, "You are the person, you are the guys, you are dedicated, you are committed person. Wait, I will bring a coffee to you." And he went and gave coffee to us. While drinking the coffee, we started preparing and completed our preparation. We went very early to our examination hall. There we saw a topper friend standing at the corner and reading the book. We just went to him and Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you are reading. And see, this question paper won't come. Just mark my words. We just made fun out of him and we entered into our examination hall. And we took our own seat. And while seeing the question paper, our topper friend got smiling. And while I seeing my exam committee member, they got nervous. And I asked them, what happened? Like, and they told me to see the question paper. While seeing the question paper, only I realized the question was exact opposite of what we expected. One good thing about engineering college is whatever you write, they will put mark. So with the help of this bit, I started writing from page to page. And at the end of 1 month, results was announced. Our topper friend got distinction and our committee members was passed in that exam. But I was failed. And you know what happened next? Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raja Balaji, for your entertaining talk on how to ace exams. Okay. I can also relate to that. Even I had a lot of arrears when I was in college, and people used to ask me, don't you want to pass? And I used to say that I have not understood the subject very well this year. Maybe I will stay on in the same class next year also to understand the subject in more detail. Because what is the fun in just passing through college? You have to get an education, right? Education, if you have to spend a couple of years more, I'll spend. Okay? So that was my logic on staying back in class and getting arrears. Our third speaker for today we have 3 speakers in our meeting, which is a very good sign, because I have not seen club meeting having more than 2 speakers. We have 3 speakers today. Our third speaker today is also one of the pillars of Thoughtware Toastmasters Club. He is always there to take on any role that is demanded out of him for a club meeting. He's also very supportive of other clubs outside the home club, and always there to support any Toastmasters initiative anywhere for the district. Toastmaster Girish is our third speaker, and he is attempting his elective 1 from Pathways Strategic Relationships Level 4. Before Toastmaster Girish gets on with his speech, let me call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Ashyat, to read out the speech objectives.
A very good morning to all the fellow Toastmasters and guests here. So Toastmaster Girish will be giving a speech from the Pathways Strategic Relationships Level 4. Now, this is a very special speech. We don't see this kind of speech usually in a Toastmasters club. This is a question and answer session speech. The timing for this speech, timer please note, is 15 to 20 minutes. Let me read out the project objectives. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about and practice facilitating a question and answer session. The second purpose is, the purpose of the speech is for the member to practice delivering an informative speech and running a well-organized question and answer session. The member is responsible for managing time, so there is adequate time for both the informative speech and the question and answer session. The speech title is Entrepreneurship, Innovation in Every Organization. I look forward to hearing your speech. Over to TM Modi.
Thank you, Master Rashid. Timer 15. That's what I was told. Green at 10, yellow at 12, and red at 15.
No, it is 15 to 20 minutes. Should be 15, 17, 20, because it has to go up to 20 minutes.
Okay. Fine. So the agenda shows 10, 12, 15. That is why I got a bit confused.
Actually, the speaker can determine the session. Normally we go 15-5, but some people do 12-8 also. But the project objective is 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes.
Sure. So, Toastmaster Girish, intrapreneurship, innovation in every organization. Intrapreneurship, innovation in every organization, Toastmaster Girish.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, the distinguished Toastmaster Satish. Quick audio and video check. Am I audible and visible? Okay, thank you. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking when we use in creating them. So we always need, a better idea to solve any problem. Innovation is the key for a better solution. Good morning to my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today I'm here with a fascinating concept called intrapreneurship. I know entrepreneurship, but what is this intrapreneurship? Anyone have any idea about this? Anyone heard about this before?
Self-discovery.
Self-discovery, okay. Anyone else? You can unmute yourself and you can let me.
Entrepreneurship with an innovation.
Entrepreneurship is an innovation. I mean, intrapreneurship is an innovation.
Entrepreneurship, having an entrepreneurship quality with innovation.
Okay. So let me tell you what is this intrapreneurship is all about. Intrapreneurship is like having entrepreneurs working within an organization. It is having the spirit of entrepreneurs, the spirit of innovation, risk-taking, and creativity. I would say this is the game changer in today's corporate world. An intrapreneur is an employee who is tasked with developing an innovative idea or a project within a company. See, intrapreneurs are the self-motivated, proactive, and action-oriented people who can take the initiative to get to an innovative product or service. On looking on to this innovative people called the intrapreneurs, you can always feel the charisma of these people. You can see that they will have a strong aura surrounding them. But you can ask me this question: why it is so important to employ a person just, to just think about something new? And most of the times, actually, these ideas might be risky in many of the times. But why it is so important? See, friends, remember that innovation is the lifeblood of any business. Intrapreneurship encourages employees, to think outside of the box, discover new products, and if there is something that could be improvised, so they are there to support that. So in order to survive in this competitive world, it is very, very, very important to bring new ideas at every moment. Let me tell you all a story. Have anyone heard about the company called 3M? Okay, so Hashir and Toastmaster Ranga have been raising their hands. So what do you know about the company called 3M?
And they do a variety of things, right from stickers to posters to stationery items, and they have brought about an innovation in many of these, and they constantly innovate.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ranga. Yes, 3M is a popular American multinational company. As they said, like they manufacture and distribute a wide range of products, especially the building materials, adhesives, the stationery items, and also some of the home cleaning supplies across the world. Adhesives are like, the glues or the substances that makes the things to stick together. In 1960, there was a scientist, Dr. Spencer Silver. He was working for this 3M. He was a scientist working in 3M. He was busily researching adhesives in the laboratory. In his process, actually, he discovered something peculiar. He came up with an adhesive that did not stick hard to the surface, but it stick lightly to the surfaces. But at the time, 3M was uh, very much peculiar in developing bigger, stronger, and tougher adhesives. So the process on developing this surface as it had no need to them. But this guy did not discard the idea. After a few years, actually, he started discussing with his uh, team members. So one other employee from 3M called Hart Fry, Dr. Hart Fry, saw the potential in this weak adhesive. And both Dr. Spencer as well as Dr. Fry, they developed together a new product. Uh, can anyone guess what is the product? Yes,
3M post.
Sorry?
3M post-it note, the post-its.
Yes, exactly. 3M post-it notes, which like many people on today basis know, they are using this post-it notes, which have since become a global phenomenon. This is a classic example of, I would say, the intrapreneurship in action. And thus, I say this intrapreneurship, drives innovation. It drives people to think outside of the box, leading to new products, services, and a lot of business models. Entrepreneurship also drives employee satisfaction. Entrepreneurship makes people feel valued and engaged when they are given freedom to innovate, to think outside of the box, to come up with new ideas. What else? They are motivated and they are really satisfied on what they are really working in. And also, when you see this entrepreneurship, it drives the competitive advantage. Companies foster entrepreneurship. Companies that really pursue this entrepreneurship are more likely to stay ahead of their competitors. Adaptability. It helps to adapt to the changes in the so-called changing business world. So that's what the scope or the benefits of having this entrepreneurship. So far we have seen what is entrepreneurship and why it is very, very important in this today's changing world. We will now see how can we incorporate this process. What are the key ingredients that are really required, to have this in our today's corporate world. So the companies who wanted to incorporate this entrepreneurship, first and foremost thing, they have to cultivate a supportive culture. A culture that encourages innovation and a reward risk-taking is essential. When employees feel safe to explore new ideas, they are likely to become the entrepreneurs. So it is the first and most basic thing is like the company should cultivate a supportive culture for this entrepreneurship. The next one, I would say, allocate time for creativity. Give some space for the people to think, even in their work time. See, generally, we used to work for 8 to 10 hours. At least provide them of some 5 to 10% or 20% of time on a daily basis to think about, to come up with new ideas. How many of you here use Gmail? I guess everyone will be using Gmail, right? You know how this Gmail born? Google has a special policy called 20% time policy. This allows employees to dedicate 20% of their working hours to their personal projects. That time, there was a Google engineer called Dr. Paul Buchit created this Gmail during this 20% personal time, just to have some personal communications in his own time. So that is where this Gmail has born, and it has since revolutionized the way we communicate now. Everyone, I would say, like if you have to take off 100%, more than 90% of the people make use of this Gmail. And when I was working in Ford, actually, we used to bill 8 hours a day, where every other teams, they will log their effort 8 hours, 6 hours, they will work for their working hours, and 2 hours, they will keep it to attend daily meetings, agile related meetings on the weekly basis. Whereas our manager was even more ahead of it. He used to reserve 1 hour, to communicate within our team, to bring out some innovative ideas. So which really helped us to think outside of the box. It really helps us to, we could say like our job has been running for more than 4 hours. So we used to communicate within our team to get some ideas. And even if it is going to run at least for 3 hours, at least 1 hour or less, it is again a beneficial way for the company to work on, right? So that is where the ideas will really help you to grow yourself as well as the company that you are working in. So that's where actually we got a chance when I was working in my fort, and this is my time to remember my manager on getting on what about the things that he has brought really helped us to think outside of the box to bring up some innovative ideas. And when you say this entrepreneurs, they have ideas, but not only the ideas really help them to achieve the things, right? So they need some resources. They need some people to apply these ideas. So it is the recommendation for a company to provide resources, whether it is funding, mentorship, or access to the research or some development tools needed. Just provide them in order to motivate them, in order to apply those ideas and see like how beneficial it is for a company. And one of the most important thing that I want to share is again a cross-functional collaboration. See, cross-functional collaboration is like having a set of people from different teams to collaborate with the ideas. As I was saying, like when I was working in Ford, it will be just a requirement will be posted up from the business. So once a business is going to post up the requirement, we used to discuss in which technology it could have been done. See, I was working as a mainframe and a Teradata developer, whereas there will be like Java resources and the Hadoop resources. If I could say like this is going to take a lot of space, a lot of, the data is going to take a lot of space. So we used to go with the data warehousing technology, mainframes and Teradata. Whether if it is a lot of analytical functions involved into it, we ask the Hadoop team to take on to it. And there will be like a lot of discussions why we are going up with different technologies, what really helps us to work in different technologies. When we started discussing as a team, from different teams and from different departments, new ideas and new solutions are brought in. The Apple success, for instance, often results from collaboration between engineers, designers, and marketing experts. And before the meeting started today, we saw Nandita Joseph, right? A new person joined into our club. She's a Spanish teacher. So our presiding officer encouraged to, collaborate with Nandita Joseph, who are interested to learn the other foreign languages. Also, she knows Mandarin and she knows some other foreign languages. So people who are interested to learn new languages, they can collaborate and they can really get the things really needed. So when you collaborate with others, you learn new things. You bring some new solutions. So that is the power of collaboration, and that is really required within any organization in order to drive this entrepreneurship. So my dear friends, understand that innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. To my fellow leaders and my future rulers, I would say, entrepreneurship is like the breath of fresh air. In today's corporate world, it is very, very important to be innovative. It is about thinking big, taking calculated risks, and fostering a culture of innovation within a workplace. There are a lot of companies that have quoted like 3M, Google, Ford, I would say, and there are a lot of other companies have shown an incredible impact that entrepreneurship can have. So whether you are an employee looking to introduce new idea or business leader seeking to drive innovation within your organization, entrepreneurship is a powerful force for change. So I would say embrace it, encourage it, and watch how you and your company grow together. So thank you all for your attention, and this is all about the entrepreneurship that I want to speak about to you people. And I'm now open to the questions and discussions that you can have on this topic. So anyone having any questions?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yes, Toastmaster.
Yeah. See, in today's corporate world, We see that although there is a time that you're saying that should be allotted for entrepreneurship, but going by the culture of established companies, I'm talking not about exceptions like Google or 3M. Other companies, they do not have the bandwidth or the time to spare employees to think innovatively. That is always pushed to a specific R&D department. Only they do the thinking. At least that is what I see in most of the organizations. It is not the regular people who do the innovation stuff. It is only the R&D department which does it. So what has been your opinion on this?
Okay, it is a very good question. In today's fast-changing world, it is very hard to find each and every one on the team to give her time to think about this innovation. And there is a separate team called R&D who are completely employed just to get into innovative ideas. But get into this situation. The company is not about what to say, the managers or the great leaders who are running that company. It is all about each and every individual. So our team comprises of 5 to 10 members and a team lead. And on top of that, we have a project manager. And then the hierarchy grows in such a way. You cannot build a company from top to bottom. I would say like it is very, very important to build a company from bottom to top. So each and every team, if they come up with some innovative ideas and they could contribute in a very efficient way on, benefiting the company. Obviously, when their ideas are going to get implemented and that is going to bring some benefits to the company, obviously the company is going to grow, right? So it is very much recommended not to look up from a top to bottom or a separate team just to look on the overall part of the company. It is very much recommended from looking from the bottom to top. Each and every member, each and every team member, if they contribute in some way or another for the beneficial of the teams, and that team lead is going to and set of leads, no, they're going to provide some ideas which could benefit the project manager. In such hierarchy, if it is going to grow, obviously the company is also going to get benefited. And also innovative thinking is not only for the company, it is also, to keep ourselves very fresh, not just doing a routine task and someone is going to think about for something and you're going to work for another person's idea. So that is something different. But when you come up with different ideas, when you provide, you keep yourself very fresh. I feel very active. And and you become a charismatic person, you become an example for others, so that really motivates you and you become an inspiration for others and others started following you, and that is going to be a positive vibe which is going to felt. And obviously if everyone is going to be very innovative and everyone is going to grow together, obviously the company is going to grow. So that is the idea of this introduction. Have I answered your question?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else? Any question?
Do we have time for another question?
Yes, we have 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Okay. Let me ask one question to Girish is, how do we encourage entrepreneurship in Toastmasters?
Entrepreneurship in Toastmasters, I would say like Toastmasters is a very good platform. It is not only just people come here and deliver the speeches. Every time when person is delivering a speech, it is all about his thought. Whatever that he really finds it, or whatever the innovative ideas that he comes upon, he is delivering. When person are delivering his speeches in such a way, in every meeting, people will have a lot of takeaways. And of course, it is a cross-function. I mean, whatever I said, like whenever it is a club, it is not like every individuals have their own potential, and when they are trying to share their own best things to others. And today we saw one of the example like Nandita. So she's good in language, and Uma, I would say like she is a soft skill trainer. People working in a corporate world, we really require these soft skills to survive. So if we are going to utilize that, if we are going to provide a way on expressing their thoughts about the way that they are really in, so that could really benefit everyone. to have a lot of takeaways. And I would say like Toastmasters is a way like we have a lot of takeaways on after every meeting once if they're going to come up with their own ideas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Girish.
Thank you, Satish.
Anyone else? Is
Any other question?
Yeah, Jirish. So I have this question. Are there any legal or intellectual property to be considered when it comes to entrepreneurship?
Intrapreneurship, legal consent. Can you be even more specific?
I mean, like we do have a security violation, right? A certain organization we could not even download any single file.
Yes.
So
you are doing only for your organization when it comes to the security or the confidential part. See, the discussion, your innovative ideas, everything is going to is going to get contributed within your company. You're not going to share anything outside of your company. So the discussion is going to be along with your team members, your manager, or your ideas is going to benefit only to your company. You're not going to take it from your company and you're not putting it out. That's where actually your legal considerations to.
Yeah, that's true. But let's say like I need some software in order to progress on my innovation, something like that. It's not possible to do inside the organization, right?
Again, getting into this question, when you have such idea, you have to first, you will be having the discussion with your team and with your team manager. So once, every confidential thing is like getting the approval from your fellow company, right? If they provide it, if it is really feasible that it could be done, of course. And if they think it like the ideas again, for whom it is going to get benefited, it is for the company. The company has to decide it whether we have to take it or not. If the company really finds that it is going to be innovative way that it could really help us, obviously they will support you. If not, that could not be done anyway, right? So that is where of course there could be challenge, but still I'm saying like this is where the company has to decide it whether have to take your idea and support you with the resources. No, they say like it is very very confidential. No, we cannot provide you on using the other resources. So you can think something else that you could get benefited in a different way, or you can work with some other teams who have certain softwares, and you can have that cross-functional part that I was saying. Like you can work with a different team and provide your ideas, and you can get the support from the other team, and there where you can contribute to our organization. So this is how it could be looked at.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmasters. Good to know. Thank you.
Thank you. And my dear fellow Toastmasters, actually, since I could see the red card being shown up from the timer, we will close this. And for any other clarification regarding the entrepreneurship, you can reach out to me. Thank you, and over to the Toastmaster panel.
Thank you, Toastmaster Girish, for that very informative session on entrepreneurship and how organizations can benefit from it. So that brings us to the end of our prepared speech segment for today's meeting. We had 3 prepared speeches. So let's get on to the next segment, which is our impromptu speaking or table topic segment. And for this, let me call upon our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Ranjit Peter. Over to you, Toastmaster Ranjit.
Yeah. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. The role of the Toastmaster is to facilitate table topics, a segment where both guests and members are given an opportunity to hone their impromptu speaking skills. I will introduce a topic, then call upon a speaker who will be allocated 2 minutes max to share their views. Regarding timing, our timer will display a green card after 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and a red card at 2 minutes. The red card will remain displayed until the speaker concludes. And guests will be granted an additional 30 seconds to gather their thoughts before beginning. I encourage everyone to participate and refine your impromptu speaking abilities. Additionally, please try to incorporate the word of the day, aura, and idiom of the day as pretty as a picture in your speech. Now let's commence. So who will be our first volunteer? Any volunteer?
I would like to go first, if that's all right.
Yeah, Nandita. Yeah, Toastmaster Nandita. Who do you think is a great charismatic leader in history? Why? Who do you think is a great charismatic leader in history? Why? Toastmaster Nandita.
Good morning, and thank you for the lovely question. I believe a charismatic leader, in my opinion, is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. The way he spoke and the way he especially spoke to children is something when I've seen his speeches, the way he simplifies something and speaks to children is very interesting. And also, charisma is something that is developed over the years. And I'm also speaking on this because I deal with children on a daily basis, and the way we talk to adults, we cannot talk to children. Children require a lot more patience, a lot more innovativeness, and a lot more tweaking in our language to be able to speak to them. And the way he spoke to them is something that really resonates with me. And in his speeches, if you see, there's always a lovely message. So I believe, in my opinion, was a very charismatic leader. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Nandita, for speaking about Abdul Kalam. Nice to know more insight about him. He is truly inspiring. Thank you, Nandita. Now, I would like to extend an invitation to our guests. Any volunteers from guests? Is there any guest joined today?
Let me go. Ranga, you can call me.
Yeah. Toastmaster Ranga. Is charisma inherited or learned? Is charisma inherited or learned? Toastmaster Ranga.
Thank you for this wonderful topic, TT Master. The charisma is something that I feel it is more imbibed by your journey in life. It is never easy to be born charismatic. No, although some people do have the ability to draw people to themselves. I remember when I was in school, there is a person by name Sunny, and everyone wanted to gravitate towards him because he was naturally funny. And we would like to hear from him. He will do some antics or he will make some funny faces, which all of us felt was very different from the way that when we attended school. We were always stayed and we followed a particular format. And he was just beside that. So all of us gravitated toward him. So was that charismatic? When I look at it now, yes, I would feel that it is charismatic. And you learn it. Where he learned it from, I have no idea. But that is one learning. And the other one is when in the process of life, you come across various situations. And in those situations, if you're able to take a very nonchalant or a funny way of dealing with things, that will add some charisma because it will give everyone a sense of calm. They will look at you and they will feel that, hey, person is different from the way we are. So I feel that the charisma is something that you learn, over a period of time, and it is not inborn. Thank you for this topic.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Ranga. I genuinely appreciate of your thought of this topic. Thank you. Anybody next want to go? Is there any volunteer?
I will go, Toastmaster.
Yeah. Toastmaster Kaveri, is charisma really superpower? Is charisma really superpower? Toastmaster Kaveri.
Depends. I could say depends. So I really don't want to go into this way because not every people born with the charisma. Not every people, every people are developing their charisma. Some of the people very inactive. It's very sociology and psychology related topic. This charisma it is because based their behavior, they won't be able to do very attractiveness. They will not be able to connect with the people easily because of their behaviors, because of the personality type. I could say that. So I could say some of the people like Manmohan Singh never open her mouth a lot. Will not be able to connect with the people. I could say some of the people from movies also, we say some of the people, but it is not always required to be charismatic. So I could say that if you want to be the charismatic, it based on your personality, yes, you could go and develop. But what's your need? What you want to do? You have to decide yourself first. If really matters to you, then you can develop. But if you really don't want to develop that, if it's not in your need, like you don't want to be connect with the people, you don't want to become the enthusiastic leaders, so that is your wish. It's up to you. You have to develop. You have to think like it is your cup of tea. Yes, that's all about. Thank you so much, Avati.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Kaveri. I value your perspective on the subject, and I have gained much from your take on this topic. Thank you. Timer, do we still have time for one more talk?
Yes, we can go.
Yeah, right. Anybody likes to volunteer next? Anybody else want to volunteer?
Rajeshwari,
Yeah, I would like to attend next topic.
Yeah. Toastmaster Rajeshwari, do you think charisma plays a major role in workspace? Do you think charisma plays a major role in workspace? Toastmaster Rajeshwari.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ranjit Peter. Yes, of course, charisma is playing a vital role in workplace. Um, Actually, I'm in a medium position in my organization. I would always look forward. I used to think about all my leaders, how they are doing all these things. Somewhat, if they are doing everything in a proper and standard way, definitely their charisma will attract all the people, those who are comes under their level. So as a leader, if I have to grow next level, definitely I should show some charisma to my people those who are come next after me. So almost as we had a discussion, like whether it will be inherited or learned, definitely this would be treated as a skill. If we as we want to learn the leadership skill, it would be one of the important skill set. So through which we can have the separate group for us to understand and articulate our ideas. So if we have that charisma, definitely people those who are following us will understand what we are thinking. At the same time, we can uh, somewhat create the entrepreneurship very effectively at the organization level. Thank you, Toastmaster Ranjit. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Rajeshwari, for your fantastic improv speech. Timer, do we still have time to go one more?
Yes, we have 2 minutes for them
Okay.
topics.
Yeah, anybody likes to go next?
Yeah, Toastmaster. It's Lakshmi here.
Yeah, Toastmaster Lakshmi. Is charisma really needed in life? Is charisma really needed in life?
So I would say, yeah, thank you for the wonderful topic, Toastmaster. So yeah, charisma is one. I think we can say combines a charm and the interpersonal connection. So it will motivate others. See, if you want to become a good leadership, and the charismatic leadership can motivate their team towards a greater role. So definitely, I would say it will play the important role in all of our lives. See, for as a woman, I would say lot of things I just learned from my leader, because whenever I'm trying to reach my leader, he will always have spend time with me, because even whatever the persons, even not only for me myself, in our team members, whoever having the doubts and clarification, we will reach the one person, because he'll have something connection with us. So he will the way of the politeness when we have this conversation with other people, and when we try to motivate others, so those things definitely we'll have in our life, so that we can become a good leadership. So as a good leadership, the charismatic thing we need actually. So yeah, thanks for the topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karpak Lakshmi. your reflection on the topic has been enlightening. That was wonderful, thoughtful. Thank you. Anybody next wants to go?
Now time already
There's
gone.
time. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Due to constraint, we can do hard stop here. With that, we conclude our table topic segment. I hope everyone found it engaging and insightful. I now hand the floor back to Toastmaster of the Day, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ranjit, for conducting a very effective table topic session and for ensuring that all the topics are in line with the theme of the day, which was Charishma. And kudos to all the speakers also who spoke very well on the theme of the day for the topics that they were given. When we talk about Charishma, we talk about how we can charismatic people connect with individuals. They make individuals feel very important, and they also ensure that they are always ahead in their field of work. So whatever they do, their actions always inspire others. When we look at people who are charismatic, they're always inspired by their actions, be it a sports star or be it a movie star or be it a public figure. People whose actions and thoughts inspire us, we think them to be charismatic. People who are approachable, we kind of think them to be charismatic. People who connect with us, who kind of ask about us, we kind of think them to be charismatic. So anybody in this world can be charismatic. You don't need special skills to do it. You only need to be consistent at whatever you're doing. So if you have to be a very good public speaker, a charismatic public speaker, practice on your skill. When you speak so that people get influenced by you. When you want to play a sport and become charismatic, play that sport in the right earnest. Get your laurels so that people come to know about you. And a lot of people will ask, why do I need to be charismatic? Now, you don't need to be charismatic, right? That is a skill that that is a feeling that people get when they kind of start interacting with you. Okay? And that only comes when you are connecting to people, when you really care about people, when you stay relevant to the times, when you speak, act, when you display yourself as a role model, where people think that by associating with that person or imbibing certain thoughts from that individual or copying that individual, copying in the sense doing the right things that the person does, we also improve. That's how you improve your charisma. You don't have to be great to be charismatic. Today, there is always someone in this world who is looking up to you as a role model. So when we are born, the role model for us are our parents. So if you ask us who are the most charismatic people to us, it is our parents to begin with, because they are the ones who we started looking up to. Then as we go through school, college, start working, there are different people who come in our life. Some of them we consider to be charismatic based on the impression that they leave on us, like our teachers, our professors, our classmates. Like Sounder spoke about classmate at school who was always different from the others. So that was like a charismatic role model. There are people in every walk of life. And as we look up to others, there are others looking up to us also. So you don't have to be a YouTube influencer to get 5 million likes to say I'm a charismatic person. No. There could only be 10 people looking up to you as a role model. You are a charismatic person. So be consistent in whatever you are doing. Be genuine in what you are doing. When you're connecting with people, be genuine. When you are giving feedback, be genuine. When you're going and talking or doing something, be genuine. Stay relevant. And I'm sure each one of us will be a role model to others. With this, let's get into the segment of our meeting, which is the evaluation segment. And to run the evaluation segment, let me call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmasters. So we'll start with our evaluation section. As you saw, we are going to do the qualitative analysis first, and we are going to have the prepared speech evaluators here. So to do the evaluation, let me call upon for the first evaluation, let me call upon Toastmaster Rajeshwari to evaluate Toastmaster Soundarajan's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Rajesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Soundrajan, gave a wonderful, inspiring speech on topic True Path to Success. As per the objective of the speech, he really gave a wonderful speech. In his speech, the speech structure is clearly constructive. I could see the intro, problem, and end very clearly from his speech. He started his speech with quote like "Karka karsarada katrave katrapin adarku nirkataha." It was really mentioned very well in his speech. Corresponding to the starting, he created the story, which clearly given the powerful message from that story itself. He connected himself with his speech very well. The way how he delivers speech also one of the notable thing here. And he concluded his speech with a message like knowledge is power. From his story itself, he explained some of the things like it is not important to attend the class regularly. It is more important to attend with more attention. And it's not much like not hearing anything. It's all about listening. And it's not just reading the book regularly. It's all about understanding the concept behind it. So all these things are clearly mentioned very well. And the things what he captured in his speech is more related to the topic what he chosen today. And he ended his speech with a powerful quote, knowledge is power. And he told like it's not all about getting the grade. It's all about acquiring the knowledge from the degree what we are doing. It's really said well. As per the CRC, I would like to give some recommendation to his speech. Throughout his speech, I could see the eye contact, which is clear, but I don't see any of the hands gestures. It would be good if we add more hand gestures to his speech. Then it will improve the possibility to get the attention of audience to his speech. And it would be good if he had little vocal variety in his speech. Throughout the speech, I could see it is little monotonous. So in some places he can increase the tone, in some places he can reduce the tone. Likewise, it would be good if he add the things vocal variety in his speech. And also after he's telling the quote, it would be good if we give the pauses effectively. Somewhat we can understand the transition very effectively. So these are all the recommendation for his speech. Overall, today we had a wonderful speech from Toastmaster Soundararajan. In addition to that, if you add all the recommendation, whatever I shared now, then definitely your speech will be transfer from good to great, and it will be moved to next level. Thank you, Toastmaster Uma Maheswari. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajeshwari.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajeshwari. So now we are going to call our next evaluator, Toastmaster Jimmy, to evaluate Toastmaster Radhakan's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Jimmy.
I'm sorry, I was not able to unmute myself. So thank you so much for this opportunity. So today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Raja Balaji. What a wonderful way to begin his speech. It was like you're asking a question and we were wondering what's going to happen next. But when he started, it was like a movie that I was watching. So I really enjoyed the way he explained his expression. I could actually visualize that there is a college and there is this typical movie scene happening where you are witnessing all friends together. They're having a lot of fun and breaking all the rules and regulations. And again, then when that lathi charge is coming, how they are doing all those things, I could actually, visualize a movie happening, and I really enjoyed the movie. What a beautiful way of presenting your speech. And of course, I really found that there was some very, very good usages of words and phrases, idioms in your speech, very specifically to call out, like, if one door closes, the other opens. Birth can be an event, but death should be a history, and many more. How to ace exams, and there were like good usage of high performance committee, and so much more. You had immense enthusiasm in expressing the intent of your speech. But even though the picture was good, I felt that there was a little lack of direction. Maybe it could have been done a little better, so that the outcome of the movie would have been more impactful, is what I have to mention here. It could have been better if the flow could have been a little more continuous. I felt a little disconnect over here. You could also improve a little more on your expressions. And of course, there was a little network lack that I face. So there was a little disconnect happening here and there. Some things we could have missed. So probably you should make a note of your network next time. And all I would like to say is that I overall enjoyed the movie. It was a wonderful speech that you have shared with all of us. And I really wish that you work on the recommendations. You should, focus a little more on better representation of your content. And of course, your expressions can be much more enhanced. Wishing you all the very best for your next speech, Toastmaster Dalal Balaji. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari.
Thank you, Toastmaster Judy. So now let me welcome Toastmaster Asia to evaluate Toastmaster Jirish's speech.
Toastmaster Girish, thank you so much for bringing this topic of entrepreneurship to our club. It is of great value. As you see, in this day and age, everybody is worried about being eliminated by AI, and you have given us the perfect solution for it. Be innovative and stay relevant in your organization. And we could see, so when you ask questions from the audience as to what is entrepreneurship all about, nobody knew the answer. So you chose a topic that was of exemplary audience value. Your structure was good. You explained entrepreneurship in detail, and you gave 2 examples of Gmail and 3M Post-it notes, and made us understand how entrepreneurship has helped all of us in the world, because we all use these products. Now, this is a question and answer session, so I want to evaluate how you did in the Q&A session. So when your first audience member, Toastmaster Ranga, asked you a question about how can you give time in organizations which are already time pressed, you gave a very detailed explanation, saying that it is ultimately of value to the organization, and therefore they can in fact devote time. When your third speaker asked you, that was Toastmaster Ranjit Peter, I believe, he asked you, what about legal and confidentiality issues when you pursue these things? You told him, can you please explain it, give me the question again. Now, this is a very, very good technique. In fact, this is what we are recommended to do. If the question is not clear to us, we are supposed to ask the audience member to repeat it, so it becomes clear in our own mind. So I think that you handled the Q&A session very well. In fact, your Q&A session and the way you handled it added double the value to your session as compared to when you presented it. So you spoke for about 14 minutes. I was timing you, and 8 minutes was the session. The question answer session ran for about 8 minutes. So the 8 minutes that you spoke for actually doubled the value of your session. Some improvement. Now, these are minor ones. First thing is that I had a problem today with your eye contact. So even right now, as I'm speaking to you, I am speaking into the camera. Right? And people have told me they feel as if I'm speaking them. How when you are looking, I feel you're not looking at the camera. You're looking at some other device or some other camera. So this is an issue, because we always say in Toastmasters, speak directly into the camera because the audience feels as if you're speaking to them. And the connect is sometimes lost when that is not done. I say this because, for example, your entrepreneurship speech was so good. You might even, in fact, present it to your team, your company. But if you're not looking at the camera, they will feel you're not speaking to them, rather speaking to someone else. So that's the first thing I want to say. Second thing, of course, there was slight time overshooting, but that's a small thing. I think that can be rectified. So overall, I would like to say a very, very useful, value-added speech. I'm not kidding. I think this is TEDx worthy. I felt I was looking at a TEDx speech on entrepreneurship, and you have inspired me. I will certainly be looking at being more innovative in everything that I do in my own life. And thank you so much for this beautiful speech. Over to you, Jean.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ishit. And now let me welcome our timer, Toastmaster Kaveri, to give up on the timer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maheshwari. And meeting started 9:34 a.m. 4 minutes delay. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Jemmy 2 minutes, took 2 minutes. Presiding officer DTM Satish took, as a presiding officer, 6 minutes 40 seconds. And meeting minutes Toastmaster Maheshwari 3 minutes. Toastmaster of the day DTM Satish Menon 8 minutes 50 at the first segment. And 3 minutes 20 seconds at the second segment, 3 minutes at the third segment. And general evaluator Toastmaster Maheshwari, while introducing the tag team, took 5 minutes 10 seconds. For the prepared speeches, prepared speaker 1 Toastmaster Saudar took 5 minutes 1 second. Prepared speaker 2 Toastmaster Raja Balaji took 7 minutes 15 seconds. Prepared speaker 3 Toastmaster Girish took 22 minutes. Table topic session, table topic master Toastmaster Ranjit took overall 10 minutes. Table topic speakers, speaker 1 Toastmaster Nandita took 1 minute. Speaker 2 Toastmaster Ranga, guest Toastmaster Ranga took 1 minute 48 seconds. Toastmaster Kaveri 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Rajeshwari 1 minute 24 seconds. Toastmaster Karpal Lakshmi 1 minute 05 seconds. And evaluation, Toastmaster Rajeshwari, evaluator 1 took 3 minutes 15 seconds. Evaluator 2, Toastmaster Jemmy took 3 minutes. Evaluator 3, Toastmaster Ashit took 3 minutes. That's all about my report. And today we have crossed the time because of the agenda. I'm not sure because, so agenda, it is mentioned like prepared speeches 5 to 22 minutes. Sorry. 15 minutes to 20 minutes. So some gap is there. So I want to, so overall, we have crossed the time. The meeting is delayed 22 minutes late. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaveri. Now let me call upon the answer of Toastmaster Karpal Lakshmi to give her.
Hello, Toastmaster Maheshwari. For the prepared speech, I'm saying Toastmaster Saudar Rajan. I'm not seeing any other filler words and repeated words. And Toastmaster Raj Balaji, overused words on and and. And Toastmaster Zirish, overused words are so, at least, whatever. And for the table topic, and generally I just observed Toastmaster Nandita are used twice, and Toastmaster Rajeshwari are used frequently, also and used so many times, and Toastmaster Kaveri are used and some of that. So these are they used frequently, and Toastmaster Ranjit are used twice, and Jevi and Ashit are used twice, and Toastmaster Ranga Padma Vijayam are used frequently and we used repeatedly. What to you, Toastmaster Maheshwari?
Thank you, Toastmaster Karpal Lakshmi. So now with respect to the grammarian report, I think the word of the day, ara and idiom of the day, needs more ara to be used. That is what I understood. I was not able to catch anyone who used word of the day or idiom of the day. Kindly excuse me if I have missed anyone. And with respect to some good usages of words above, it was a treasure for me today. I got to feel 37 excellent words used today, right from aspiring, charisma, approachable, till exemplary, value added, and TEDx worthy. some more I just want to, and some good quotes I heard as like Toastmaster Soundarajan mentioned, like don't attend but attend with attention. Don't hear, rather listen. True knowledge goes beyond marks and grades. Knowledge is power. Toastmaster Raja Balaji mentioned like ideation without execution, and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's quote like our birthright might be an instant, but our death should be a history. And Toastmaster Girish using quotes like innovation. Innovation is a key to better solution. Entrepreneurship is a drop of fresh air. Embrace it and encourage it. You cannot build from top to bottom, but bottom to top. And with some better suggestions I heard today is like you can, instead of saying like I will be show there, you can say like I'll be showing there. That connects to me the story, rather than saying that connects me to the story. Focus preliminarily on books, rather than you can say like focus primarily on books. Rather than saying was top 10 in the class, you can say like came in top 10 in the class. Rather than saying at 2 months before, you should say 2 months before. Rather than saying you are not allowed in, you can say like you are not allowed inside. Rather than saying running like a hell, you can say like running like hell. Rather than saying question paper won't come, you can say like you won't get these questions. Rather than saying I was failed, you can say like I have failed. Rather than saying no need to that, you can say like no need for that. Rather than saying anyone having any questions, you can say like does anyone have any questions? Rather than saying role of air Toastmaster, I can say role of Toastmasters. Rather than saying no about, more inside about, rather than saying how more inside about. Rather than saying some of the people very, you can say like some of the people are very. Rather than saying if it is not in your need, you can say like if it is not what you need. Rather than saying lot of things I just learned from, you can say like I learned a lot of things from. Rather than saying we can become a good leadership, we can either say we can have a good leadership or we can say we can become a good leader. Rather than saying really mentioned, you can say like clearly mentioned. Rather than saying the way how we delivered the speech, we can say like the way he delivered the speech. Rather than saying are used twice, you can say you should say used are twice. And some of the good idioms, apart from the idiom of the day, I saw today is like Toastmaster Raja Balaji used to mark my words. Distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon used a good sign, get on with, in line with. Toastmaster Suresh used think outside the box, to drive. Toastmaster Asia puts double the value. Apart from this report, I just saw general trend on the grammar is like I kind of felt the repeated word will is used by a lot of us. And many of us started the sentence with and ended the sentence with the right. That can be avoided. His or her, gender addressing is getting confused. And also one more confusion we saw is like confusing with present and past tense in the statement at the same time. So if you're using past tense, use past tense throughout, and if you're using present tense, use present tense throughout. That is the grammarian for the day. And moving on to the general evaluated comments from myself. We had an excellent session by the Toastmaster of the day with a different topic and a different perception. And we had 3 interesting speeches and excellent evaluations. Toastmaster of the day, the table topic master, giving the word of the day and idiom of the day at the start of the session is a good practice, so that people will have a touch on the word of the day and idiom of the day again and try to use it more. The recommendations I have is like role player can join the meetings 5 minutes earlier so the meeting can start on time. We can also do the audio video check at that meeting network time. So the checking of audio and video at the last minute can be avoided. Since this is the first Zoom meeting, we had some issues in spotlighting the correct role plays at the start of the meeting, but we corrected throughout at the end, but we can have a check on it. And we can include a buffer time in agenda so that we will not miss the time limit, and we can use the buffer time whenever some session is lagging. So these are all my suggestions as general evaluation for today. And with that, let me hand over the session back to the Toastmaster of the day, the distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uma, for giving out a comprehensive general evaluation report and also extensive report from the TAG team. We've come towards the end of our meeting. We request the polls to be launched. Toastmaster Kaveri, will you be launching the polls?
Toastmaster Girish will launch. Shall we take group Toastmaster? DTM?
Yes, we can take group picture. I request everybody to please switch on their cameras so that we can get a group picture done.
Toastmaster Karpagalashmi, Toastmaster Jemmy, would you like to turn on your video? If not, I could understand.
Just for a couple of minutes.
Okay. Smile, please. Smile, please. 3, 2, 1. Done. Thank you so much. Over to you, details.
Thank you. Toastmaster Girish, launch the polls.
Yes,
In the group, please let me know once you've done it in the chat. In the interim, can we get some feedback from the participants? Giving feedback is not only limited to guests, even members can give their feedback. In the spirit of entrepreneurship, can we get some feedback on what we can do better, what we have done?
This is Ranga. One thing I liked about today's meeting was the fact that the timer constantly kept informing us. Normally, we are used to the timer informing the TMOD alone, who is in charge of the meeting. But here, all of us became aware of where we stand and how much of time we need to pull back in for the meeting to end on time. It's a new concept, and it's a welcome concept, I feel. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster.
So as a part of innovation, maybe we can have this meeting invite in our calendar. So maybe we can work on that so that the calendar will show us what time we have a meeting, Toastmaster meeting.
Good suggestion. So, Toastmaster Girish, we can look at implementing that.
Sure, Satish. We will try to do that.
Yes, and even this timing is one thing which we recommend that we say, because it gives us an idea of where all we are lagging and what are the areas where that we need to kind of be cognizant about time in our meetings. It's not the overall time, it's again which are the segments which are keeping up to the time. If the results are ready, we can announce it. Toastmaster Girish.
1 minute, Satish. Okay. So here comes the result. The best speaker, Toastmaster Girish. Thank you for voting me as the best speaker. Best table topic speaker. So it is Toastmaster Ranga Padma Vijayam. Congratulations to Toastmaster Ranga Padma Vijayam. Best role player is the Toastmaster of the day, the distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon. Congratulations. Best evaluator is Toastmaster Asian. Congratulations to Toastmaster Asian for raising as the best evaluator. The best auxiliary role player is Timer Toastmaster Kaveri. Congratulations to Toastmaster Kaveri.
Thank you everyone. Congratulations to all the winners. But more than that, I would like to thank everybody who participated in the meeting today and made it a resounding success. I hope there was a lot of learning for all of us in the meeting, and we look forward to your presence in our next meeting next Saturday, same time, 9:30 a.m. Till then, wishing everybody a great weekend and a great week coming up. Thank you. Meeting
Sorry to interject. We have the contest next Saturday, right?
It is on
No, it
Sunday.
is on Sunday. It is on Sunday, not on
It's on
Saturday.
Sunday. I'm so sorry. My bad.
Yeah, no problem. So thank you. This meeting is
Thank
now
you.
adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.